Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Distilled Brewed and Reviewed. My name is John and I'm in my famous sipping den. I've got an array of one of my favorite bourbons here, Woodford Reserve. Yeah, I'm excited. Now, just to let you know what I do here. I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol. That's a lot of stuff. And I do everything that has anything to do with coffee. That's a lot of stuff. But I have the most extensive, categorized, and easy to navigate playlists on YouTube. And if you doubt it, well then you just check it out. And when you do, you be prepared to be amazed. I'll have them, just give me a sub right now because you are home. This is your home now. You don't have to go from store to store to store. You're at the super mall. Now, doing all this stuff is not easy, okay? Luckily, I'm able to do it. Matter of fact, I'm the only one in the world that can do it. And to make it fair to everybody else, I do it with half my taste buds tied behind my back, but there's no need to worry. I only need half. All right, Woodford Reserve, what do we have here? Now, I'm going to tell you something else real quick. Every single video I do, the first comment is mine, and it's pinned because I always have a link pertaining to whatever I'm reviewing, in this case, bourbons. And if you check it out, you'll see some of the other Woodford Reserve collections that I have on there. Okay, the ones that are coming up, the regular, which I've done once before, but I'm revisiting it. The Double Oaked. For a little time that was a little hard to get, but for a little time they're having trouble, I guess, with the production of it. But lately, at least in my area, it's been very abundant on the shelf. The Double Oaked only comes out in January. Little harder to get still. This one's hard to get. Only comes in a 375 milliliter. This is one of the master collections. This is the 5 malt. I've done others, and I have them on my playlist. So let's get into the Double Oaked. Woodford Reserve, made by, developed, all right, Brown Foreman, Lincoln Henderson. Man was a master distiller, Brown Foreman, 40 years, retired at the age of 73, and at 74 he started Angel's Envy. Very interesting fellow. And he came out the original Woodford. Since then they've taken the ball and they have run with it. Woodford Reserve is 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley. It is 94, what is the proof of that off the top of my head now? 90.4 proof, which is 45.2% alcohol by volume. I believe it is aged about 6 or 7 years. The Double Oaked is then put into another brand new charred oak barrel and aged for another 6 months to a year. Okay, depending on, they don't release it, but that's depending on what you hear. So it is going to be darker, it is going to be richer, it is going to just have so much more flavor coming out of that barrel, that second charred oak barrel. And then we have the Double Oaked. We'll get into that later. Right now we're doing the Double Oaked. All right, so let's do it. All right. Double Oaked, Woodford Reserve. And not sure what you're looking at because it always looks a little different on camera, I think. But what I'm seeing is almost turning brown, all right? It's certainly a copper penny that is starting to turn dark, you know, like almost a brown color at the copper. Not a new shiny one, the darker one. That's the color I'm getting off of this. It's very dark. And you can't add color to bourbon, so that's all coming from the wood and the grains. Yeah. What a rich smell. You know what I'm getting out of this? I'm getting sweetness, but not as much sweetness as I do off the regular Woodford Reserve. I'm getting sweetness, but I'm getting more of a dried / stewed fruit. I'm talking about figs, apricots, raisins, dried though, with the sweetness, and you're really picking up the wood smell, the nice smell, the oakiness. That fruit and that oak. And that cinnamon / baking spices. Very nice. Let's take an acclimation sip. Cheers, everybody. I'm gonna take one now for the going for the kill and get the taste of it. getting a coffee with a little sugar in it. I'm getting chocolate. I'm getting lightly dusted with sugar. Dried fruit again, like the raisins and Raisin Bran. Kind of like Raisin Bran, really. Sweetness on figs, on dates, on prunes, that type of fruits I'm getting. The spiciness, the oak, which is not overpowering, surprisingly. Wow. Yeah, okay. It's good. Wow. That chocolate, coffee, dried fruit, kiss of sugar, wood, baking spices. It's all in there. You know what? You want to compare it to the regular? Why don't we do that? Why don't we compare this one to the regular Woodford, not the Double Oak. Yeah, why not? So we got the double, the regular. And really, surprisingly, they're pretty much the same color. From where I'm sitting, the double, I don't know if you can see it, I got these bottles in the way, is a slight bit darker, but not much considering it's been sitting in a second charred oak barrel for 6 months to a year more. All right, let's do the regular now. We just did the other one. Yeah, there's a difference. The double has more chocolate. It has a darker smell, meaning more of a dried fruit as opposed to a fresh fruit. It's got a richer wood smell. I like Woodford Reserve, but the double's better, at least on the nose. Let's get it on the palate. And by the way, I could see where some people might like this profile better, right? Because there's no wrong answer in this. A lot of people might like that one better. I like the more intense flavors, the more intense smell. All right, so I just tasted it, and I'm seeing that it is. Even after drinking double, it's very good. It is very good. Beautiful flavors, man. Even after the double. A little lighter. Not really the coffee or the chocolate is, but I'm getting the fruitiness, a little orange, which is a little citrus I was not getting on the other. A kiss of dried fruit, but not as intense as the other. The wood's not as intense, although it's not crazy here. It's just melded in a little better, I believe. A little more, I don't know. Well, let's taste it really side by side. Yeah. There's a chocolate coffee note that I'm not getting on this one. A little more dried fruit. Just seems richer. Not more astringent though, surprisingly, because it's the tannins come out of wood, and that's been exposed to more wood. But I guess the caramelized, when they char it, caramelizes the, brings out the vanillins and the sugars, and then kind of caramelizes them. And it's just still holding up. The regular Woodford is still good next to the other one. It's different. It's holding its own. I prefer the double. Yeah. But not by much. But I do prefer it. But I could see where other people would like this one better. And it's still good. And it's still good right next to it. I am a big fan of Woodford Reserve. It's good. I've been drinking a long time. To me, this is a little better. It's a little richer, which doesn't mean nothing to you, but it's a more intense flavors. It's got flavors this one doesn't have. Still delicious. This has some that this doesn't have. This has a kiss more of citrus, which I'm not getting out of here. A little orange. and this doesn't have that. So, I like them both a lot. Can't wait to get into the double, and then we'll do the 5 malt Masters collection. I know I have the the Masters collection that used chocolate rye as part of the mash bill. It's a bourbon. It used chocolate rye as part of the mash bill, and I thought that was good. So I've not really had a Woodford I did not like. I've never had the 5 malt. We're going to get into it. The double. We'll get into that and see what that does, and that's got to be exciting to everybody, because now we're talking same as these two, everything, except instead of being in a secondary barrel for 6 months to a year, it's in a secondary barrel from 18 months to 2 years. That's incredible. I'm excited. All right, we're gonna wait. I'm not gonna do it today, but tomorrow I'll do this one, and then we'll do an all 3 comparison. And or at least, you know, these two. Maybe we won't throw that one in. And then we'll do this one. And then down the road I'll do the whole flight. And it'll be exciting and fun and interesting. And I love doing it. And I hope you love watching it. So, from Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed, I'll see you next. I'll tell you what else I'm going to do. I get back here. I've got about, and I've done some, but on the Old Forester, another Brown Foreman. I have the whole Whiskey Row series that I still need to do. I have the Statesman. I have the newest one they put out, the 375, the 119, I think it is. So we got all kinds of things going on. The 100 proof, the 86 proof, I've done that. But we're going to get into all those. Old Forester, we're going to go through that whole flight. We're going to get into it. We're going to examine it. We're going to taste them all. So we've got some cool things coming up, and I don't know what you can see behind me, but we've got a lot of interesting things coming down the pike. Get through this first, and we'll start on the Old Forester, and then I got so much stuff. Oh, so much stuff. Check out the playlist. I'm telling you, man, if you like bourbon, if you like anything else that has anything to do, I'm talking beer, wine, every other kind of spirit, cordials, mixed drinks, okay, everything. And if you like coffee, you have to go through the playlist. You have to. You're cheating yourself if you don't do it. All right. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for the visit. Hopefully give me a comment on here so I can talk to you. I answer them all. And I'll see you all on the next one. All right, everybody. Cheers, baby. Cheers.